Hello everybody! Today we're going to see how I draw TEELA from Masters of the Universe Revelation. Just so you know, there's a coloring book that you can get through Amazon. Just follow the link in my description and you can get a coloring book to show me how you color to how I draw. Okay, pencils first, and then Sharpie. So, if you don't want to watch the pencil portion of the video where I sketch the entire thing out, look in the description, and you find a link that you can click on that will take you to the Sharpie portion of the video. I'll even include one for color. But for those of you that are going to stick around, I'm going to start off with a quick sketch for myself and get us going. Alright, I watched the whole thing. I said I wasn't going to do it, but I watched the whole thing. I had to, because it's different. It went in a different direction that I didn't think they were going to go in. So I was intrigued, and I watched the whole thing. What I like to do is I like to spread it out, like give myself time to take in each one, you know, enjoy the episodes, and just take my time. Really, that's it. You know, I don't binge watch. You know, and I did. I kind of spread it out. I had stuff to do. Oops. My lights are flickering. I don't know what's happening here. There we go. Let's see if that works. Take two. My lights started flickering, so I had to do a quick edit. What I like to do is spread it out and, you know, watch a few, go do some stuff, record, watch a few, you know, stuff like that. You know, I don't just sit there and just do nothing but watch the show. And I'm not trying to say I'm too good for that. No, you know, I usually try to spread stuff out, you know, so that's why this one, I try to at least give it a little bit of room, you know, because I knew I was going to end up watching the entire thing. So, yeah, it's different. I'll say that. I don't want to spoil it for anybody who hasn't watched the entire thing. But, yeah, they went in a different direction. So, okay. I'm not going to complain, because I was the one who was saying of anything else, like, you know what, change it up, mix it up, do something different. Don't take yourself too seriously. My favorite running joke is I keep saying there's a talking skeleton man. You know, it's like, how serious can you take yourselves when there's a talking skeleton man? Another quick edit. It happens. So, that being said, I don't remember what I was saying. I think I was saying something to the fact of, you know, don't take yourself too seriously. It's just a magic toy show, you know? Okay, so let's talk about that. So when this first started, I talked about this last time on the He-Man, right? The He-Man video, that this was a line of toys. And so, you know, good job for making sense of a line of toys, because that's all it was. And it was just cavemen, barbarians, and monsters, right? And then they slowly made a series out of it, or came up with an idea what they could do with it. And so again, good job. But that being said, because that's what it is, that's why I say don't take yourselves too seriously. Have fun with it, you know. Say, yeah, it's a crazy toy show, and I want to say a few things, but I don't. Like, I don't want to spoil it, but there's a few things for me that's like, okay, come on, you're trying a little hard there to explain stuff when you don't have to explain. Just say, yeah, it's what it is. And a lot of it there is just, you know, it's magic. That's all they're going for, you know, so they're not trying to explain too much. But there's a few parts for me. I want to sit down and talk with you. I would love to talk one-on-one, so you can hear my thoughts, and I take that back. Not so you can hear my thoughts, so we could discuss our ideas about the show. Like, I don't need you to hear what I have to say. But I would love to engage in a dialogue about what the show is doing. And sorry, I'm working on musculature. And my thoughts and ideas, right? That's all it really comes down to. It's like I don't need you to hear what I have to say, but since I'm drawing, there's nothing else to do. I'll just talk about what I have to say. Let's see, you know what I need to check on? Yeah, there you go. She does have a few wrist straps. Things like that. Now, I'm not trying not to make it go too muscular, because she is muscular, yeah, sure, obviously, you know. But I kind of feel like it's animated and it's a little too much. Like they could have dialed it back a little bit, because I mean, you know, women can get big muscles like this. But it just felt like it was really big. I mean, my personal drawing style is like, yeah, dial it back just a little bit. And I'm gonna draw her sword. I like that sword thing, although I don't have like perfect pictures of it. I liked it. It was really neat. I like the double-bladed looking thing to it. I'll probably use my ruler when it comes down to it. So go get yourself a ruler. We're going to use that. For now, I'm just going to go with this. Just a sketch. But when it comes down to the actual inking part, yeah, I think I'm going to use a ruler just to get that straight edge right. Okay, so now I just need to kind of capture the placement and the feel, and then I can add in the tiny little details real fast. And this is where it always gets tricky, because I always want to add in a whole bunch of details, but I also don't want to, because I want the Sharpie to highlight parts and let color take care of the rest. And so it's kind of a hard decision to try to figure out, or not figure out, but try to make decisions about what's going to be inked in and what's going to be color. They went with an interesting hair choice. I mean, they had to mix it up and go for something different. I get it. But there's also another part of me is like, well, why not just slick it back? Like, what's her friend's name? Oh, I can't remember. But her hair's back in a ponytail, right? It's strategically designed, right? Like, she's going to be in fights and stuff like that, so her hair is back. I mean, it's a part of me. It's just like, yeah, do that, make that. But again, I know, artistic style. They wanted to go for something different. I get it. You know, I think that's good. I think I'm happy with that. So I say we go ahead and jump over to the Sharpie portion and get going, right? So let me erase some of these lines, because I want my Sharpie to stand out, not my pencil lines. So what I like to do is, the first few lines I'm putting down, I'm just throwing lines trying to get position, placement, and proportion. And once I get confident with those, I start pressing harder. So as I press harder, those confidence lines, they're harder to erase. Not so hard, but I'm just saying they won't erase as lightly as the sketch line. So when I lightly erase like this, I'm getting rid of the sketchiness and keeping the confidence. Live your life like that and you'll go far, do amazing things, and I'll be there to celebrate your victories. Okay, I think I'm good. I think I'm ready to switch over to the Sharpie portion. Welcome everybody that skipped. Someone laughed that I say it every time, but yeah, I want to welcome all the skippers. I know people jump around, and that's okay. I'm fine with that. So I like to welcome everybody to every portion, right? So let's welcome all the skippers. Welcome skippers, welcome to the Sharpie portion of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe because I do a different drawing every day. You can join along and have some fun. I'm going to be using a Sharpie fine point and a Sharpie pen, mostly the fine point, but the pen's a little finer than the fine point. You can find things that a fine point can't quite find. Sketch the entire thing out. I've erased the majority of the sketch lines, but left myself enough to see where we're going to go. If you want to see more Masters of the Universe, check out that playlist right there, or just do a search in the playlist in general, because I've done so many drawings that I may have already done what you're looking for. So try that, do a search. If not, give me a shout and I'll see what I can do. I'm going to jump right in with her face. She's pointing right at you, so I'm just going to draw the top of her lids like this. That looks about good to me. I just want to make sure that I've got them level, you know, and if that works, then I'm going to keep going. I'm going to draw the retina, the color part of the eye. Not bad, not bad. So it's so tiny, I can really only just kind of dab in the pupil. And you don't have to if you don't want to. That'll work. Again, because it's so tiny, I can't do the underside of the eye. You can do it if you want, but me, I just kind of come in towards the center like that, just to kind of imply, and then I'm going to come back with color to take care of the rest. Now what I do like to do is add just a little bit of a thicker eyelash around the top. You know, I try not to make it too jagged like that, but sometimes it happens just because I'm trying to make it like an eyelash, a more feminine eyelash, you know. I mean, I know guys have eyelashes too, but it stands out more on a nice feminine eye like this. Like that. I like that. I like that. Okay, so her eyebrows are colored the color of her hair, so I kind of, let's see if we can do this. I want to try to make them hollow so I can color them in. So let's see if I can do this. Usually I just leave it alone and let color take care of it, but let's try and do something here. All right. All right, so that means I'm gonna have to make them a little thick to try to make them hollow, just so I can color them in later. That's not bad. Again, that means they're gonna be thick, but that is our artistic choice, right? Awesome. Okay, so that being said, I'm just gonna follow the face down. I'm gonna draw the nostrils like this. Now I'm keeping it minimum because I want shading and color to take care of the contours of the nose. I don't want to draw the hard line with the Sharpie just because it's such a, Sharpies are so loud, they scream at you. It's hard to be subtle with a Sharpie. So I'm just going to come in for the nostrils, the edges like this. I'll see if I can draw the center. Let's see, I want to stop there. Anything else and it's going to start to stand out too much. So I'm going to keep it subtle. So for her mouth, there's the opening, right? Now we get to do the lips. And again, it's hard to find, I want to make them hollow like that so I can color it in. So let me try and not go too big. But sometimes it's too small, so it becomes black. Yeah, not bad. The problem is when you do it like that, it now becomes lipstick, you know? So I wasn't intentionally trying to give her a lipstick look, but you know, again, it's a battle of subtle versus hard edge, you know? So there's her chin. I'm gonna build out from here. I just wanna make sure I got it centered. That's why I did it first. But if you see, I'm starting to thicken up my lines just a little bit. Now, you don't have to do that. I'm just explaining, oops, that went up too high. Didn't mean to do that. That line shouldn't have been up that high. Don't do it up like that. Keep it down low like this. I just, sometimes, you know, it happens, but I can't go back with my Sharpie, so that's as far as I can go. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep working on the face. Draw her chin, or her jaw, like that. And her hair is going to be coming over this way, so that's why I'm not quite doing that yet. I can come up this way, but that's as far as I want to go because A, that was a mistake, and B, I want hair to come down first. So let's go ahead and draw that hairline. Right, and I'm trying not to make it a big solid edge, but I'm going to have to do something over here because it's just shaved head, right? Right? Try to find the side of her head. Yeah, shaved head. Okay. But the hair kind of flips over like this, so there's like a chunk over like this and just kind of coming out, right? So that's kind of the idea. Of over here. It's like I want it to fall over the rest of her hair too, so the rest of her face. So that's why I'm just kind of doing this. I'm going to build out. But anyway, what I was saying before I messed up like that is you don't have to thicken up the outer edges. The reason I'm doing it is because when I switch over to this Sharpie, there's going to be a huge difference in line width. So I'm trying to match where it's going to go. But I understand if you're working with pencil, you might not want to do that. So don't feel obligated. I'm just explaining to you why I draw, how I draw. It's the side of her head into the hair. Okay, and again, just kind of whipping it over. I talked about the style and the look and why it's like this in the sketch portion, so I won't bore you with it this time. If you want to know my thoughts, go over there. And sometimes I'll do that. I'll kind of cover the head, because that's the nice thing about the hair is we can kind of use that to give us a little bit of freedom to reshape the look if we didn't quite get it the first time. All right, I like that. I like that. I can live with that. And she's got kind of a long neck, so I'm gonna see if I can fix that. I made it a little longer than I expected. You know, once I started drawing, I realized it shifted up just a little bit, just a touch. So I'm going to work with that. Okay, switching over to the big one. And so now, because she has a collar and the chest armor and that kind of thing, that's how I'm going to build it up. That's how I'm going to work with making her neck too big. Recalibrating, basically. So there's that big piece that swings over, so let's go ahead and do that. That'll kind of guide us to say, well, okay, now it's here over her shoulder, and that'll raise up that shoulder just a little bit. I'm going to bring it down, and then it's got a little bit of a trick to it, a little bit of a design, so let's see if we can get it right. Or at least close, right? There's the big, I want to say buckle, but I know it's not a buckle. The big piece, right? And let's see. I know I'm kind of floating around too. I'm kind of jumping around, but yeah, that's okay. And it's got like, it's connected by a strap here. That's kind of what I'm doing right there. I'm giving extra room to make it look like that strap is over it, right over the big buckle, whatever that is. So I wanted to draw it over so it's not just a line through, you know? So something like that. Again, it's not perfect. It's not exactly right, you know, but that's just the fun of what we can do. And so this kind of straps on. We'll say it connects right there, and it does wrap over perfectly like that. Okay. All right. So again, this is the chest piece. Chest armor, I guess. And it goes through like that, and then it's going to go under her armpit. But connect here. Like that's where that strap goes across, which is going to be attached to, I know I'm kind of all over the place, like I said, but I'm just kind of connecting with where it's taking me. All right, I don't think that connects any other place. Okay, that looks good to me. So that's a shoulder piece. Now I'm going to draw this shoulder piece, and again, this is where I can kind of fix that her neck is too tall. So I'm just going to bring this shoulder piece up just a little higher than my sketch, and that'll kind of make up for the length of the neck versus where the trapezoid, right? That's the right piece? Where the trapezoid is connected to her neck. Yeah, just a little bit of an edge here. Oh, same thing here. It's got this little seam on it. Now there is a little bit more detail in this armor. This actually goes over here more. I probably should have sketched it out just a little bit like that, but that's how my sketch was, so I'm okay with that. I'm okay with it not being on the side like it's supposed to be. But for all intents and purposes, it's supposed to be over here. Meh, that's okay. Let's see, we're gonna say that's attached over here. Looks good to me. All right, so there's the chest piece. Now, we're gonna draw some anatomy. So, let's see, so her arm, it's the sleeveless shirt like this is gonna come through, and her arm is through here, so she's got the big old bicep. Sorry, that's not a bicep, that is a deltoid, right? Into the bicep, into the forearm, and she's got this little bit of a strap on, so we're gonna strap a little bit of extra texture right there for the wrist, bring it down like this for the wrist. I'm gonna come back the other way. So that deltoid, right, is gonna go back like this, and then there's the armpit connecting into the bicep, or I guess a trapezoid from the underside, right? Then the forearm to the strap. Funness. That's a bit big. I didn't mean to make it that big, but again, we're making her muscular and strong. So here's her bicep. And then we're gonna do like a little bit of an arm muscle right there. I don't know what that is. It's hard to. I'm always trying to be subtle with the Sharpies, and I've always said that muscles shouldn't be drawn with black edges like this. It should be done with color. So, you know, it's a little more. What's the word I'm looking for? A little more black line than it should be. Look at that. Now I'm starting to get crazy. All over the place. I need to stop. Let's draw her hand. Her hand is just doing this. Nothing too crazy. You know, the problem was I was trying to show her musculature and not make it too feminine. And I might have gone a little too big on the muscles, but that's okay. But again, you know, we're giving her strength and power, so it's okay. That's all. I don't want to go too crazy with the hands. because I want to go too crazy with the hand, so I need to wrangle myself in. So again, we're going to draw the bicep deltoid over here, right? Into the bicep. Now she does have a strap across this one too, so I'm going to draw the bicep, bump it up a little bit just for that little bicep piece, come back down into the arm. I'm going to go ahead and draw it so I can draw the other side, kind of wrangle it in like that. Again, trying to wrangle myself in with don't go too crazy. But I can't help it. It's so much fun. So much fun to make her muscular and strong, right? Again, I probably went too big there too, but that's okay. And for straps like this, I like to draw the outer edges so it doesn't look like I'm just drawing like a line like that. I want it to look like it's actually on the flesh, you know, on skin. As opposed to just drawing a line like that, you know what I mean? Okay, so her hand is holding a sword, so we're looking at just the backside like that. That's all you can see. I think we did this not too long ago too, that just from this angle, all we can really see is like this, right? And the rest is actually wrapped around the sword, so all we're really seeing is, like, don't look at the fingers like that. All we're seeing is that part of the hand. So there's only so much you can draw. I'm gonna use a ruler. If you want to get one, go for it. Just gonna explain to you that that's what I'm doing. So go grab one. I'll be right here. Just put me on pause and I'll be right here. Okay, nice to see that you're back. Remember, think about it. For them it stopped. For us it never did because they're back in. Let's see. I'm just gonna do kind of like the handle because I don't have a good picture of it. Let's see. That looks pretty good. Okay, so let's just draw like the handle, then I'll do the actual blade, right? So this means it's going back here, back behind her hand, so you can't really see the rest anyway. So for the handle, for the blade, let's do like this. That looks good. Ooh, my Sharpie's dying. There, like that. Not bad, not bad. I'm gonna draw this end, then kind of swoop it up. Alright. Something like that. And it was like this weird, like, not weird, this cool, like, double blade thing. So let me see if I can do that real fast. I have to go further because this is thicker. Something like that, right? And that's what I really liked about it. It was just this really neat, let me do that with a small Sharpie, this really neat double blade looking thing. There, like that. Ooh, I like that. I like that a lot. Cool. All right, so now we're just gonna draw a couple of belts just hanging on her. Again, artistic choice. Sometimes it doesn't make sense, but stylistically, visually, it looks awesome, right? So she's got a couple belts. Let's draw this one a little bit up. So see, I like them on top of things. So I'm gonna bring it down and remember to draw the buckle too. So for the buckle, I'm gonna do this. It's an end that I can go ahead and just draw or close off, I guess, and then draw the other end to her edge right there. Now, I've already sketched out her edge, so I know where it's going to go, right? And because it's a buckle, I'll go ahead and add the extra buckle part. That. Why they're just hanging on her, don't know. I mean, again, stylistic choice. So let's not get too specific about what's the point. Because a lot of stuff is like that. Fortnite especially is just, you know, stuff just laying on top of stuff. It's like, what's the point, you know? It's like, how many belts do you need just laying on top of themselves, you know? So it's a stylistic choice. That's how you have to look at it. It's I mean, when there's superheroes with underwear on the outside, I guess we can't complain too much, right? Cloth, so I like to add lines. All right, and so this is like a shirt, right? So it's split open right here. There's her leg. And so let's go ahead and draw the, it's not really a skirt, but just a long shirt edge, like this. Okay, so underneath that are her pants, and she does have a, what do you call it, a buckle on this leg. Why can't I go back? Hang on 1 second. There you go. A buckle holding a pouch on this leg, so I wanted to stop to leave room for that. So this is going to be her leg coming down. I'm going to draw like that, just over, just a little bit for the edge of the strap. Okay, and then she's going to have a knee pad, and let's see, let's go ahead and just draw, yeah, let's go ahead and do it so I know about how far I'm going to go. Oh, there's a buckle there. Oh well, we're not going to do it. Let me draw the pouch, right, that she has over here. That's what this is for, where she keeps her Kool-Aids and her snack packs and that kind of thing. She got a knee pad. I'm going to do something like this, right, because we're looking at the side. It's got to attach somehow, so we're going to do a strap like this. Okay, so that means this is the edge of the leg coming up this way, and the strap's going to go outside of the leg, come back up here, up there to her crotch, but it's covered up by the shirt, so we're not really going to worry about that. Now, I do like to draw creases and folds, like where there's bends and stuff like that. So, like in the material, I'll do little things like that, little subtle ones. We'll come back and do them every now and then. And let's go ahead and do this leg too, since we're here. And there's nothing on this one until we get to the knee pad. And the knee pad, same thing, we're just gonna draw it. Ooh, this Sharpie is dying. This is gonna be the last time I'm using this. So, go bring her leg back up like this, again to her crotch, but it disappears up inside there. Okay, again, I add just a little bit of creases and folds, just because it's cloth material. Right. Now, this has to, again, strapped in, but you can't really see as much there because it kind of disappears. So I'm just going to do that so you can see that. So for her legs, pants into boots. I mean, I know these are the legs. The entire thing is legs, right? So it kind of sounds silly when I say, okay, let's work on the legs. We're already working on the legs. Well, her boots is really what I meant. She has like the old pirate boot with the old hanging down, extra swashbuckler style like that. Let's go and work down this way to this one. Like that, and then just down to regular old boots. Let me just double check, but it looks like they're just, yeah, there's regular old boots. So I'm gonna bring the back of her leg down this way to her ankle, front like this, bend it right there. Just gonna come down to the toe. Sorry, I'm gonna go a little slow. I'm trying to hurry up, but I'm going a little slow because again, this Sharpie is dying, and I'm trying to get the ink to come out. This one is kind of more pointed right at you. flat, so you can't really see as much. Boy, I'm glad I'm at the end, because like I said, this Sharpie is dying and I want to switch over badly. Just trying to give it some texture, just kind of break up the negative space. But I do like to add creases and folds where the ankles bend, because that's where you're going to get the most crease on the folds, like your ankles, where your shoe bends. So there you go. But I said we take care of the rest with color. So that is TEELA from Masters of the Universe Revelation. So here's how I colored it. Tell me what you think in the comments below, or show me what you did in our Discord group. Just have fun and make it your own, because remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw, and we'll meet somewhere in between. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures with How I Draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button for new videos.